Hey everybody, WWJD here of the Pacific Storm Allies Gamers. I'm going to be starting up a new mini-series here, and it's going to be called the Pacific Storm Allies Custom Missions. In this series, I plan to get missions from you the modders, you the gamers, myself that I have made, and I plan to be playing them through the completion and just have some fun with it. I am using the Pacific Storm Allies 1.7 patch that you can find on the Steam group. And I will, of course, on every single one of these videos, leave in the description below a link to the Steam group and a link to where you can download and install the Pacific Storm Allies Missions Editor. What you do is you can launch this missions editor and you can actually create your own missions. Right after the upload of this, you'll probably be seeing that there will be another video where I have actually uploaded a modding tutorial on how to use the missions editor so that you guys can get a basic overview of how this works and basically what you're doing with that. So right now, basically, I'm playing one of my own missions I've created, and this one's actually based off of a very popular board game, at least in the United States, if not other places. This board game would be Battleship, of course. So what this mission is this is a version of Battleship here in the Pacific Storm world. Alright, so basically what we have is there are two nations, United States and Britain, and each nation gets a submarine, a destroyer, a carrier, a cruiser, and a battleship, just like in the board game. Now, if you're not familiar in the board game, it's a guessing game. You place your ships, and then you have to guess where the other player hides their ships, and basically the first one to destroy the enemy wins. Well, it's very simple, basically like this here. You have no clue where the enemy is. It could be anywhere in the map. They have their own, paths and everything. What you do is you have to take your ships and you have to locate them and find them. On the ships you can have, let's see if we can't find them. You have your aircraft on your carrier and you can have scout aircraft on board some other ships. Let's see, not the Fletcher, but like on the Baltimore, I would say. Yes, you have your scout aircraft. Use these aircraft to scout out the territory. Of course, in this way, you can actually gain a huge advantage by gaining the knowledge of your enemy's position, and so can the enemy on you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get going with this. Here we go. I am going to find the, where's it, the Baltimore. And I'm going to send up my scout aircraft from the Baltimore. I'm going to leave the scout aircraft that are on board the Iowa alone for now. Alright, let's have theirs sent up. Let's see. Here's the Iowa. Also, this is using the 1.7 updates, so I have the new models. Yay! Alright, let's get a good view where these... Here we are. Plus the environment looks really nice right now, I would say, after this update. So it's a lot of fun to play in. Alright, so we have some scout aircraft coming up. What we're going to do is I'm going to take these scout aircraft, I'm going to send them to their maximum altitude when they're all launched, and I'm going to start scouting out possibly where these Japs could be. Alright, let's go ahead and launch you up into the air. We have 4 in the air. Maximum speed, and let's change their altitude to maximum. Let's have these guys scout in this area over here. Yes. Now we have some more being launched. You two guys. We're going to have these two sent out here. Again, maximum speed and maximum altitude. In this game, the higher you are, the aircraft are, the higher it is, the more area they can actually see. So that is there we go. So that's why I'm setting them so they're high altitudes. Have you guys come out there. Again, maximum speed, highest altitude, and if I'm not, let's see how I remember this. It's been a while since I played this. Yes, the scout aircraft have depth charges. Another thing that's going to be very helpful in this game are the submarines, because those submarines can be very devastating against an enemy fleet. So let's see what we have to see. What's very awesome here is the position of your ships, because they're completely separated from each other. And because they're separated, they can't really offer support with each other, so, which causes some problems with things like the Fletcher, and who are lighter or naturally have less armor. Alright, so we have our scout aircraft going into the air. I'm going to go ahead and take my Essex carrier, and I'm going to go ahead and start launching in some aircraft. I would think that it's going to be wise to take off some fighters. I'm going to launch off half the fighters in the group. Yeah, these fighters are F4U Corsairs. Alright, so those F4U Corsairs are going to be nice because if the enemy launches their aircraft and sees me before I can see them, well then it'll be very nice to have some fighters in the air to counter anything that they send at me. And actually, each ship has a different amount of each ship has different radar ranges, so they can actually see you before you could see them in some cases. So here's the carrier over here, and here's the F4U Corsair that we're sending up. And I'm going to have these Corsairs, I think, just hang out around the Essex carrier. Unfortunately, that is a model I was unable to get a hold of to work in this game. Hopefully by 1.8 I'll have a new Essex model that we can use. But, I mean, she wasn't terrible anyway. Well, I say that now, but... Alright, so let's go ahead and keep getting everything up into the air. I love that new sun. I like its reflection on the water over here. It's really nice looking, I think. And Corsair's going up into the air. Let's see, we have 3 of the 10. I launched 10, I think it was. So we have those 4 here. I really want to preserve the carrier because if for some reason it gets sunk, I can't reload my aircraft. Again, you'll notice that I have all these bars in the water. That's not due to the patch or anything. That is due to my computer. I'm currently running off of an Intel integrated graphics card. I haven't finished up my PC build yet, and it's just been causing some problems with that. So, you guys won't have that in the 1.7 update. And also, this ocean map is huge, and so what I have to end up doing is probably dividing this video out into several episodes. Or parts, I should say. Alright, so we have all of our scout aircraft moving out. We have nothing visual. I'm going to back this out on the mini-map just so I can see everything. I think will be a good idea. What do we have over here? What's that? That's the Fletcher. Oh, I see a little red dot. Let's see what we have here. We have located the enemy's I-400. This would be there. Oh yes, their scout, they can launch aircraft off of this one. That's good. Now, what do we have in range that could counter this? We have our scout aircraft. We have a Baltimore over there. We have some fighters over here, currently unarmed, so they're going to be useless. However, we have a carrier over here that can, let's see if we can't scramble and launch some extra dive bombers. Alright, so we have our dive bombers being launched. You can see that they have a fighter going up, but that's no problem because we, as always, we countered that off early with launching Corsairs. So here we go, and this is why we launched those Corsairs, is so that they can get in range and quickly stop any enemy aircraft. Alright, so we have that. Let's see, we have a Baltimore sitting out here. Let's see if we can't plot an intercept course and have him come out here. I might have to adjust that at a later time. Obviously, this submarine is very slow on the surface, and we do not want to let them submerge. Alright, let's see, where is the, there's their scout aircraft. Let's see, we have our SBD dive bombers. And good, they are already claiming their target, and they should be able to sink it fairly easily. See, it looks like we have a Corsair moving to engage the enemy. There we go. That's nice. Oh, we have a Corsair already up ahead of them. Very cool. Yeah, M6A, and as you can see, these actually have a bomb on board. I think it's so cool about this game is how you can actually see all the armaments and everything, and what's interesting is these armaments have their own hitboxes. You can actually hit them on the plane and actually have them detonate prematurely. Oh, I just took a look at the mini-map, and it looks like we have found another enemy. This is fortunate. Okay, so we have the Baltimore sitting here, and we have the enemy's Nagato battleship over there. Yeah, I don't think the Baltimore can destroy the Nagato, so let's have him continue moving on his course. However, if we have an Iowa in range, that might be of The Iowa could probably outgun the Nagato. However, that is a Fletcher, so we do not want them to engage. Let's have the Fletcher continue its course out here. As you can see, this can be a very long mission. However, it's quite fun to learn where the enemy is and take them out. Here's our Nagato, setting sail, making haste. All right, let's go ahead and back to where the enemy's I-400 is. Here are our scouts. Looks like they are targeting. Looks like they are targeting. Looks like they are actually targeting the submarine. I cannot say that is a bad thing. Maybe a depth charge will hit them. All right, so that scout is still in the air. I wonder where they're sending it. They might just be scouting me out. I don't know. Alright, so let's see, all of our Corsairs are engaging. I want to find their carrier, because once their carrier is found, that'll be a lot better for me to be able to stop any aircraft they might have in the air. And I should say, I'm not going to pursue every single aircraft. That would actually be the end of the mission. However, I don't want to take the time to pursue every aircraft, so I'm going to call the end of the mission when I destroy all the enemy ships. And of course, there are 5 ships, so I should be able to count them out. So there is the actual ship down there, or the sub there, and here is our Corsair moving to engage. We have 8 scouts in the air, 9 dive bombers, and 10 fighters. All good, all good. Let's see, we still have knowledge of 2 of the enemy ships. In all likelihood, they have knowledge of 2 of mine. Maybe, yeah, probably 2 of mine is probably what they know. There's another Corsair sitting out there. I want to see the damage going on. I want to see all the hitboxes. Looks like their submarine is firing up some anti-air over there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but looks like they're firing some AA. Let's try to keep the Corsairs out of range of that. Is that another scout? Nope, that's another F-40 Corsair that we have sitting right in behind the enemy. Oh man, he evaded us. Crud. Okay, that submarine is currently firing up anti-aircraft fire. Let's hope we can destroy that. Ooh, here's the M6A scout aircraft. It is being engaged. It is being knocked out, and there it goes. Success to us. Oh, crud. My Corsair just crashed into it. Its wreckage. Alright, so that was a 1-to-1 trade. That's actually a pretty bad trade, because we lost a Corsair just to their scout aircraft. Good to see all the others got away, though. You can see the wreckage falling to the ocean. That's highly unfortunate that we had to lose a Corsair to that, but what happens, happens. Alright, so we have our dive bombers moving in, however slowly. Our scout aircraft over here probably will engage first. Ooh, the scout aircraft has actually dropped one of its depth charges. Whether it was accurate or not, we will not know until later. Alright, let's go and move down. Let's take a little look, see at all the AA fire on this ship. Okay, so it looks like they have... Whoa, I did not realize this ship had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guns. Okay, so we have some anti-air to take care of. Alright, so our fighters are good. We have knowledge of a couple of their units. I need to get my battleship into this, because I want to move him to engage the Nagato. So where's my battleship? He's there, so he's moving to engage. Perfect. What's over here? Still my Fletcher. I don't know. I don't have much use for that Fletcher. He's just a destroyer. All right, so we have our Gato submarine over here. I do not know why I have him surfaced right now. Let's have him actually go and sail out. Yeah, you know what? I kind of want him up here that way. We need to get some scout aircraft in that area. Let's see, where are we? Right here are our scout aircraft. Let's see where they're moving. Well, these guys are currently moving in the direction I need them to go, so that's good. All is good. I was in the cloud. Sorry, couldn't see that. We have the Nagato, so let's go over. Let's see, we have the Nagato here. We have the submarine over here, and that's all we know. We need to scout out more. Whoa. Get a little jump here. Alright, doesn't seem like he received any damage from the depth charges. That is unfortunate. I'm sure our SBDs will take care of them very swiftly, though. Alright. So we have our units ready and on the air. We have this guy over here. Our ships have their courses plotted. So we do not want to sit here and wait, so let's speed the game up just a bit. I want to, ooh, the lag. That's nice. Ooh, we just lost a 4U Corsair due to anti-aircraft fire. Let's get the Corsairs out of here. I want to protect those. Let's have them head back to the carrier. Or not to land, but just to hold that position. Alright, so let's see how far. Let's go and increase their speed. I want maximum speed on the SBDs. The problem is, as these SBDs come in, they're going to be at a lower altitude in all likelihood, and they might be susceptible to some of that AA fire. I hope not to lose a whole lot of aircraft just on a stupid submarine. For some reason he is not submerged. This is odd. Apparently he's just sitting there trying to gun down as many aircraft as he can. And I can't really say that's a bad thing. I do that all the time in a campaign. Looks like we over here had a depth charge go off. That was off. Too bad it was not very close, because that would have been nice to have hit him. Let's see. I'm trying to look out for aircraft in the air. Something you can actually see them hold. You can actually hold shift, and that can give you a show you boxes for things that you know. That's the Baltimore there. I want to see how far he is before he's in range of this. Okay, so he's almost in range. That'd be over here, I would say. Oh, he's not even moving at his maximum speed. Silly me. Alright, so let's have him increase his cruise speed, and he should be in range momentarily. Once he's in range, that submarine should be done for. Alright, nice. See how far else, if you don't know how to get this little window up over here so you can see the ranges, it's that little tiny, it's the key right to the left of the 1 key on your keyboard. I don't know what they call that. I used to, but I don't know what that is anymore. We just lost an OS-2U, a scout aircraft, unfortunate. And it looks like it was, by looking at the dots on my little mini-map, is the one over by the Nagato destroyer, or Nagato cruiser. Ooh, I just saw a dot appear. What do we have here? We have a scout aircraft being launched in F1M. Well, we know where there are two kinds of well, let's see, there are 3 ships on Japan they can launch up in this mission. Launch up aircraft. Scout aircraft. That'd be the battleship, the submarine, and the cruiser. We know where both the battleship and the submarine are, so this has to be the cruiser right here, or in this direction. You know, let's see what we have over here that might be able to help with us there. We have an Iowa. Let's have him head out in this direction. In all likelihood, we should be able to be in range very soon of, yep, the ranges. Yeah, so basically if that's where it's launching up, whenever we hop into range, the heavy guns on the Iowa will begin opening fire. We just have to get a visual on the enemy. And I believe he'll be like right here, because this is where we're seeing those aircraft taking off. However, we are not in radar range. Oh, let's go ahead and see. It looks like the dive bombers have gotten over the, we lost an SBD. What did I tell you? We're going to lose them to anti-aircraft fire. It looks like we have engaged over here, though. Has he been hit? Nope, he's not been hit. Alright, let's see how are the, oh, they didn't even launch their bombs. They've just sustained some damage. You know what? Let's take personal control of one. Let's make sure we get the kill. Ah, yes, here he is. We want to lead him just a little bit. Now he's not too fast, so let's drop it a little early. And let's drop it there. Hopefully that's close enough to inflict a little bit of damage. How about this guy? We'll take a bomb. We'll take another one from him. We'll drop another one. All right, let's see. Here we go. Bombs away. That might have been a little off. I might have been a little off to the right there. All right, we have 2 bombs been dropped by us. So it's probably... Ooh, yes, we have hit it with the... That was a direct hit from the first bomb, destroying every single anti-aircraft gun on that submarine. I'm sorry, all but one of the anti-aircraft guns on that submarine. Where's the second bomb? Because that one might be able enough to finish it. Here it is, and impact. That was another direct hit. She is taking on water very quickly, and there she goes. We have sunk the enemy submarine, and that is going to be it for part 1 of this custom mission. I'll be back for part 2 later. So thanks guys for watching. I will see you here, there, or in the air. Thank you.